won it only once.
So not so much this season.
Yeah.
But historically.
Yeah.
If you go further back.
Yeah.
But no, you're absolutely right. They have been struggling on this map so far this season, but still, I think that I don't know. If I'm coming off of that loss from OrgLess on a map that so clearly was their intention to get to, which was specifically Villa, and I'm going into a map that clearly my opponents are going to be more comfortable in, especially considering how uncomfortable FaZe looked on Villa. I think that this is going to give FaZe a pretty heavy edge.
Yeah. Although I'm really surprised that FaZe actually picked the border.
Me too.
Because OrgLess historically has been really good in border. I bet you remember the pushes with the Ying and Glass in the border, the late round executes when there's 10 seconds left.
Are you talking AWOL?
OrgLess just pushes through the AWOL.
Yeah, and there's the smoke down and the Glass is shooting through and the Candelas are blinding all the defenders. Yeah. No, I remember that.
Yeah.
I remember I've seen that a lot. But, I mean, obviously, like you said, they're transitioning off of that right now. Or at least it seems like they are.
Yeah, and Glass is banned, so they cannot do it. They can use the Ying, but you cannot have the smoke screen anymore.
And then we can see Jaeger's the... What? Wait, what? Jaeger?
Are they... Do they really want to allow the Ying to just push in with the Candelas?
This is a weird ban phase.
This is truly a weird ban phase.
I'm kind of surprised that I don't see Ying playing right now.
Well,
sorry, being banned right now. And there you go, Ying. Corey, will he be able to fill the shoes of Hungry? That is the question.
This is so weird that FaZe bans Jaeger when they know that OrgLess likes to run Ying.
Dude, I don't know.
This must be like IQ 200 level things so that we just don't get it.
Yeah, something above and beyond the board and something cannot be defined by looking at it like this. Maybe FaZe just wants to, play Ying on their attacking side. Maybe that's the strat. Whatever the case be, this is going to be an interesting one.
Well, they threw it away. So there's no Jaeger and there's no Ying.
What?
They picked the Ying, but they switched out.
What?
Even though there is no Jaeger. This makes even less sense now.
I'm so confused. Wokey, help me. I'm grasping at straws here. I mean, okay. We did talk about OrgLess. They're trying to reinvent themselves, which makes sense considering their roster changes, but they've been trying to do it even before then. Maybe it's a little bit predictable that Ying is going to be played. Maybe they're reading into the Jaeger ban. Maybe they're like, oh, they banned Jaeger. They must know we're going to want to bring Ying, and they're trying to psych us out. Or no, rather, not they're trying to psych us out. Rather, they have a trick up their sleeves, and thus they did get psyched out. I don't know. I'm trying to...
Look at the lineup of OrgLess. Like, there's no Jaeger, yet you have Thatcher. There's no Bandit. But you have the Thatcher?
There's a Thermite as well.
You don't have grenades at all?
There's the Mute, right?
Yeah.
But and also maybe they were expecting a 6-pick onto a Thatcher, but it was, I believe, a 6-pick onto the Pulse, if I'm not mistaken. Either way, this is a very weird round or map already, just off the first round's operator selection and the bans.
Usually when Jaeger is out, you use everything you can to exploit the fact that there's no Jaeger, and now there's none.
Because he's the only one who counters grenades directly. Like, you've got bandit batteries that will destroy grenades midair, but that's easy to avoid. Corey with an easy double kill. Mav and Gohan go down, and he got one of those with pure luck. The other one was aimed, and 2 for the price of 1 isn't that bad, wouldn't you say, Wilkie?
Yeah, just don't line up at the site. Like, you cannot get picked off from the Blackbird window, as we call it. Like, that's so basic locations to be in. And there goes the third one for Corey. Like, cameraman gets wasted.
So, would you say 6-picking off of a... Oh, no! Astro goes down to the Claymore, and Moringa's the last defender. Corey gets a 4K. It's 4K, Corey. So Wilkie, I have a question for you. Would you say it was the right decision for Corey to 6-pick off of Ying into Blackbeard?
After seeing that, yeah, but maybe someone... Actually, he didn't 6-pick, he just switched it.
Did he really before even the...
Yeah.
I thought he 6-picked it. Well,
K has 6-picked to something.
Right. No, okay, you're right. Yeah, he caught it in the immediate trend. Sure. Either way, not bringing the Ying, instead the Blackbeard, and it worked out great.
It just gets weirder and weirder.
That's the thing, is that typically you wouldn't say that would work out great. You would look at it the opposite direction. You think to yourself, oh, Ying's probably the better pick. And speaking of, will we see the 6th pick? Will we not? I don't know. I don't know what to think anymore. I
still don't understand the Thatcher pick when there's no Jaeger. There's the Bandit, and there goes the Ying again to the Blackbird.
So I thought he 6-picked it first round. He's at least 6-picking it this round.
Yeah.
I don't know. Man, this is a weird match. Okay, the first map made sense. This one's already weird. Okay, so
maybe we can say that OrgLess is trying to mix the game because all these weird things are coming out from them.
Yeah, I mean, yeah, that's true. Maybe. I mean, the Jaeger band's kind of weird too from FaZe. I guess
that's really weird. That if you know that the enemy team likes to run the Ying, you usually want to have the Jaeger. So why help them to use it? But well, they are not using it now. But it doesn't make sense.
It's just it's kind of backwards. But also, Jaeger in general as a ban, like, he makes a lot of sense because think about it, like, if you can use all of your grenades without worrying about it, it can help you a lot, especially on an execute like Border. Smokes, grenades, all going where they want. It's beautiful.
I want to see what they are doing.
Yeah,
it was FaZe's ban.
Yeah,
so I want to see what they are doing with that. Yeah. Are they going to fully exploit that with Ying, grenades, smokes, all that?
And that's what I'm saying is, like, once FaZe gets to the attacking side, then they don't have to worry about it. But still, in the meantime, like, you're crippling yourself. It's the same mentality as, like, the Thermite ban on Border. You ban Thermite, you practice without Thermite, and then you can make it work. But it's still kind of shooting yourself in the foot, no matter how you look at it.
Especially when you start on the defense. Like, when you start on the defense, you don't really want to ban Mira or the Jaeger because you want to get that 5 rounds on his defender.
Yeah.
And then try to work out the 1 round as an attacker. So whenever you start on the defense, just have everything you can to exploit the defensive side.
I guess, you know, no matter how you look at it, a defensive operator ban is going to hurt the defense, and even no matter who you ban, even if you start on defense, right? So it makes sense. But it's just weird. You don't see a Jaeger often banned. All that said and done, defense of the Armory yet again, and this time FaZe hasn't lost 2 players immediately into the round from Corey, and then a 3rd, and then a Claymore. So good start for FaZe. Could be what they need to get the win. Looks like OrgLess are setting themselves up for a take into the offices. I like that they're mixing things up and not going for the same exact site same exact push every time.
Especially when they used to do that all the time. So this office take is really good for them. But there is the Valkyrie camps at the office and the Valkyries below, with the holes ready to throw that C4 to kill the Termite when he tries to put the Termite charge at the wall.
Astro challenging the bottom of E stairs, and he's going to see some bullets flying his way and choose to say, nope, not going to do that anymore. And Gohan holding on to Fountain. This is a very difficult angle to hold, so it requires a lot of prediction, and a lot of pre-fire, and a lot of positioning. So Gohan's playing it really dangerously because he's sitting directly in the corner, and that is where almost everyone always pre-aims when they come around. Mav from below, perfect C4, on to Rips. And the positioning couldn't have been better. It was perfect.
There was the cam under the desk, right under the desk that the oil died from.
So Ace has got Astro, and there's just been a flurry of kills back and forth, and we've evened out onto a 3-on-3 with 33 seconds left. FaZe in the driver's seat here as they are on defense and they have that time advantage. Also some very lit up OrgLess players, especially considering KS has just been taken out. Ace is the follow-up, and the final attacker is Corey, coming in from the north balcony. He's going to go through the shot onto the LMG'd Maestro, but he cannot land them. And Mav from the side will finish off that final attacker. Corey goes down. FaZe take their first round on Border.
Nice hold from FaZe. They rotated their defense to hold the office side once they saw that the OrgLess is not coming from the armory side, so really nice interaction from FaZe. They had the Valkyrie below. Only thing like misplay I would say there was that once Valkyrie threw the C4, he rotated instantly. Didn't rotate instantly to top floor. He stayed below, but he doesn't really have anything to stay there, so why?
Maybe he was just trying to play the hole that he established with the C4. I don't know. He could also, like, if there was a camera in the site, maybe a mark would happen if the attackers had gotten control of site. if that had happened, that you start marking people, and then you could shoot them from below. Deny the plant if everything goes terribly, or maybe he was setting up for a flank onto the east stairs. I mean, you know how it is, Wilkie. It's a crazy game. People do weird things.
Yeah, I like to be there on the workshop with Valkyrie. I do that. So
yeah,
it's sometimes when you just hide, it's the unknown factor. The enemy team doesn't know what you're doing, and that is a pain for the attacker. When you see 2 guys at the site, but you still say there's 3 people alive. Where's the last one? You're wondering that all the time.
My favorite, of course, Mira's banned here, but my favorite one is where the Mira will drop late. So like if you have your Mira playing like by small office on her mirror window, or on the west wall with your mirror window, and then you'll call, okay, it's a push into office's archives. Then the Mira will drop late, and the attackers will have probably droned out already workshop, and they've established there's no one there, so they're not thinking about it. And you get the C4 easy from below. I mean, that's my favorite way to get the C4 underneath in mortar, but there's so many great ways to do it.
Yeah.
Just plugging dedicated Valkyrie downstairs, having the cams in good positions. Like you said, there's that camera inside of offices next to the TVs. It's beautiful.
So, now we have the workshop ventilation defense from FaZe coming up, and it's all about the upstairs hold, and they will have 3 people there, so they have the reinforcements in the armory wall, at the office walls, and they need to hold this as long as possible. You don't need to fight to the death in here, you just need to waste time. If you spend like 2 minutes from the attackers fighting for that top floor, and then you rotate without dying, it's so hard as an attacker to win after that. Because even though you can make those angles from the top floor to the workshop with buck or sledge, but if you have only 1 minute to play, you usually don't have time to do all the necessary holds to check every single corner from the ventilation and the workshop.
Plus, as I like to say, those angles are two-way, and I have to be honest, when I'm playing in workshop and ventilation, I feel like it's really easy to fight upwards. Like, it's actually a lot more easy than some other sites. The attackers are going to have a slight edge, but still, it can be pretty easy to get those kills from below.
Yeah, it comes down because there's a lot of like smoke particles flying around the workshop, so it's really hard to see into the workshop without ACOG. Yeah.
I mean, there's a lot of factors that make it hard to apply that vertical pressure from above, and like you say, if the defense is successful in delaying even a little bit, then it makes that job even harder for the attackers.
And this is what I said, it's already 1 minute 30 seconds wasted trying to get the hold for the armory, and they still have every single player alive there.
And he's going to try and fix that problem as he pushes in. He will get a nice headshot onto Mav and a follow-up onto Astro. Head on a swivel here for Aces, and he's hitting his shots. KS also gets one, so it's a 2-on-5 for FaZe. This round, in the span of about 2 seconds, just went from a 5-on-5 to a 5-on-2. And 1 whole minute for OrgLess to work with. And you said it, 1 minute's not a ton to work with on the vertical play, but in this situation, I think it's enough.
Yeah, but it was a misplay from FaZe. Like,
oh yeah,
you have 4 people upstairs holding, but you don't bother to put 1 people to watch the office, so Aces gets the flank and 2 kills from that. You just cannot do that. You need to hold it with someone.
Moringa going to start using his gas canisters, seeing that there's 40 seconds left. Actually, that's his final one. He's just trying to delay as long as he can, but in this situation, it's not going to be good timing from him. Aces has been downed over on the bottom of East Stairs. It doesn't look like there's going to be any potential for a finish off. Not going to matter in the end. From behind, Rips will get camera before Moringa is able to down the IQ. It's a 1 versus 3 and another down for Moringa. The diffuser has been planted, but it's a 1v2. This could be recoverable. If Moringa's able to get the kill on the player who's rotated outside, he gets 2 blasts onto Vale's face. And from above, Moringa, can he do it? Both players on very low HP. Corey, though, reads the situation, understands he just needs to wait. Moringa finishes off, Rips downstairs, and he's going to have to go for the rush. 1 shotgun blast is all it'll take, but Corey with the singular bullet as well will finish off the round, and OrgLess will take it. A very near ace clutch for the smoke, but not enough.
What a clutch player, the smoke all the time. Like last map, this again, smoke doing a lot of work for FaZe. Too bad he didn't have what it takes to hold it, because 3 people from the upstairs died way too fast. It's really hard to defend with the smoke alone against 5 people, so if there would have been 1 or 2 more players, I think they would have taken it.
Yeah. And we always look at those clutch situations and you think to yourself, man, if just one person had been killed by his teammates, you know, if Moringa's team, if the rest of FaZe had just gotten a cameraman, Mav, you know, if they just 1 kill, maybe Moringa would have been able to pull it out. But it's not to be. Oh well. And move on and do your best in the next round. OrgLess up 2-1. Though we've seen this before. OrgLess did put themselves in a pretty heavy lead on the first map of the series. Villa got up to 3-1 in their favor, and they won the first half 3-2. So it's entirely possible that OrgLess is going to bring us all the way to the end of overtime again.
Yeah, this time I would say that the map doesn't prefer it as much as in Villa, because in Villa the attacking is so hard compared to the defending. In this map, I would say it's more even. So if you are losing rounds as a defense this many, it's going to be harder to take them as an attacker. I would say like normal scoring here is 3-2, one way or the other. So if they take this like 3-2, I think FaZe is in a good place. But if they lose it to like 1-4, it's game over for them in border.
Well, we will find out in due course as we start the 4th round. Castle being brought out from FaZe, as well as Legion and Mute. So that's heavy telling of a delay strategy on the top floor. They're probably going to want to just, as you say, waste as much time as possible. The operator selection really reflects that.
Yep, this time AC's on Ash and not the Dokkaipi. Dokkaipi has been transferred to Whale, so
I thought it was Aces on the Ash last time they attacked this site just now. Didn't we see Aces do some entry work?
Oh yeah. He gets the 2 kills. Yes.
The hole in office that you remarked on.
My bad. Yes, exactly.
That was a huge thing. Like you pointed it out. I didn't even notice it, but it was the hole left open in office was pretty big, and allowing someone to just sneak up on the Valkyrie who was playing in Archives without any recourse or any initial, you know, just stoppage. Allowing him to do that was pretty.
It looks really similar play. Ace is coming to the east stairs. He's going to drone out that no one is flanking him from below. Then he's probably going to drone the open office, or someone else is going to drone it for him, and then he's going to flank the office.
Looks like Rips and Chaos are the ones doing the droning right now onto the top floor. Gathering a lot of intel, I'm sure. You can see that FaZe is aware, though, and it's Mav inside of Archives who's trying to deny the push from offices. But he's got to worry about pressure from ventilation balcony now, as Vale is the one to put that on. Archives control established for OrgLess. Corey will get cameraman as he tries to rotate. Legion Trap's doing some damage. Oh, what a shot from Aces. He sees the flick potential and he capitalizes onto Astro, who exposes himself to that drop down. Not expecting such an aggressive play from OrgLess, and it will thus be a very distinct advantage here for the attackers.
Pretty similar looking around as last time. This time there's the 1 extra player alive. So maybe this time Moringa can actually do it with the smoke.
Yeah. Just 1 kill, and then Moringa will get the, well, he'll get the 3K. It was actually starting a 4K. I believe it was the Echo who downed the player by East Stairs. But regardless, he'll maybe be able to pull it off as his teammates can get 1 kill here. We'll find out. Rip's doing some massive work getting rid of those Legion traps. They can be very pesky when it comes to the final push. Gohan also going to get Corey. A significant miss there from Aces and Mav alike. But what? Aces just running into the face of Gohan and able to secure the kill. Vale from above, I believe, able to get Moringa as well. No, just from the B window as he pushes in. And it's going to be a B site plant with Mav, the last defender. And he's going to have to find 4 or just deny the defuse plant. The latter will not happen, nor will the former. And it's going to be a successful OrgLess round yet again. They are now up 3-1.
What a round from OrgLess. Once they saw that the enemies, like FaZe played it well, they've wasted 2 minutes, and then they rotated back to the site, but OrgLess instantly capitalized that. They saw that, oh, okay, they dropped down, let's push instantly to the hatch, and Aces got the kill to the weary guy below. I think it was Legion there that he got the pick. But anyway, if you fall back, be sure to watch your backs. Like, you cannot just expect that there's no one at the hatch.
The Mute who got killed by Aces
Oh yeah, it was muted.
There's timing is really important, and I think the reason he was rotating there, he was anticipating it being open and free, and he was not on the same page as the rest of his teammates, which was we are being pressured heavy from the top floor, and these guys are just clamping down. We cannot afford to leave opportunities. So somehow that didn't get relayed through the chain, and as he was trying to move from one position to another, he's dead.
Yeah.
OrgLess have been looking fearsome on attack border, which is not what I anticipated.
I would say I did, because this has been really good map for them, like throughout the history. So I mean, they haven't always been good on the attacks on the border.
Right.
So it was, like we said at the beginning, it's so weird at the moment, and it was really weird from FaZe to pick this map against OrgLess. Okay, I give them this season. OrgLess has played the map 3 times, and they have lost it twice and only won it once. But in the history, the record is much better for the OrgLess.
I mean, it's about the same. It's about the same. It's better. It's better for OrgLess. It is better for OrgLess. But I mean, if I'm thinking back to like earlier seasons, you know, not recent times, I'm imagining a world. I'm just seeing FaZe being a little bit more formidable on border. The way it translates in my head from my experience with them. But I mean, I could be wrong. It could be that we go to this third map, and
I still have my nightmares about OrgLess pushing in the Season 7 with Ying and
yeah?
Glass.
Okay, but that's not the same OrgLess we're seeing playing right now. Okay, yeah. That doesn't count. Those guys are gone now. Yeah. Well, I mean, most of them are gone. Some of them are gone, and the roles that they're trying to fulfill there are not being played anymore.
But Moringa is getting the first kill to Corey with a nice headshot with the SMG-11, and they are defending the armory side this time, so one would say easiest side in the map to defend.
Yeah, I mean, yeah, no, absolutely. Armory, of course, the staple. Now, not having a Blackbeard, Corey, of course, if you guys recall, was able to get a 4K last time he was Blackbearding on the armory, but it's just... This is going to be shut down pretty early on. So that's very good for FaZe Clan.
Yeah, last time they did this push from the armory and Corey was at the window, they won because Corey got the picks. Then they tried to push from the open office and they lost, and now they are rotated back to try the armory push. So we shall see how it goes. They have 3 people in the CCTV trying to take the control over the armory wall, open it up and push to the A-bomb side. There's no one downstairs to deny the C4 place from FaZe Clan.
And then we have quite a lot of C4 on FaZe. They have 2 ready and to go, assuming the mute is running C4. They usually do. And that could really pose a heavy threat to OrgLess when they go for the site push. You can see it's going to be an A-wall take. This is I mean, they've managed to already thermite their way in.
That was nice try to destroy the Echo drone with the Ash Charge.
Yeah, he did, I guess. But this is, it was probably going for an Evil Eye as well. But the worrisome thing for me here is, again, it's the C4 play from below, and you can see Rips is going to try and counter that. But it's also the fact that they don't have those Yings, you know, that you're used to, the Candelas.
He actually got it.
They also have the smokes, but I don't know, just 1 layer, is it enough? So Gohan will eliminate Veil. OrgLess further into the hole as Mav gets Rips, and it's a 2 versus 5. Not a great situation here. Ace is looking for an opportunity through the front door of the site, but it's going to be completely clamped down upon by FaZe. There's not really going to be a good push opportunity at all, and they will transition into an offices take, which stands to reason. Moringa, though, will shut down KS, and Ace is able to refrag immediately. He's going for a second, and here's the players behind him in the hallway. Through the wall! Aces, you're insane! But he cannot get any more. What a read!
What are these Aces people? It was same for Fnatic. He got like 3-4 kills through the walls.
Yeah, why are both of the Aces players so good? I just don't get it.
It must be the Ace name.
It's the name. Quick, everybody change your name on Uplay to some variation of Aces. Do it now before the secret gets out. So, 3-2 as FaZe managed to get another round, and that will be... This is the same exact thing that happened on the first map. FaZe lost the first half, and and still managed to win the match on the first one, but is that going to happen again?
Yeah, that time they switched from the attack to the defense.
So it's the opposite.
Yeah, this time it's the opposite thing. So it's kind of harder, but it's impossible. And now we see why the Jaeger is banned. They have the Ying, they have the Buck, they have the Sledge. So that's 4 grenades, plus 2 smokes from Dokka Epi, 2 flashbangs, most likely from the Termite. Okay, it's
okay. It would have been just the extra cherry on top if the Zofia had come out, just to like, oh, more grenades, more explosives, more Gersmon. I mean, jeez, though, the level of projectiles from FaZe.
Yeah, I'm actually gonna say that Twitch pick is kind of weird because
it's redundant.
There's no mirror.
Exactly.
There's no battery. Well, there's batteries, but there's no ADS devices.
But who cares if there's batteries, man?
You go below and shoot it with Buck or with the Zofia that was picked before. So the Twitch is kind of weird.
Like I said, she's redundant.
Yeah. Okay, Legion traps on Echo drone is things that you can destroy.
Okay.
But you can destroy those with Zofia as well.
100% would have rather had a Zofia. Without question, I think the right call, especially considering how hard they're leaning into those grenades. Their whole, grenades, projectiles in general, the whole mentality here for FaZe is you can't catch my projectile, so I can use it wherever I want. That's what they've banned Jaeger for, and I get it. It's cool. I like it. But you have to lean into it hard if you want it to work.
The only thing that I can come up why there is Twitch is that Gohan is playing it, not Astro, that used to play Twitch all the time.
Yeah.
Playing as a Twitch, as an IGL, is really nice because you have a drone that doesn't have any sound, and it's usually beige, so the enemy team cannot even see it because you have the LED skin.
Yeah.
So you can actually drone for your team and give all the information and call to your teammates while you're droning with the Twitch drone. So that's one reason why they might be bringing it out.
So it's like the Echo on attack.
Pretty much.
Nice. I like it. Well, we'll see if that works out. Can also counter the Echo, as you said earlier, which is being played by OrgLess. So potentially some yokai drones that'll get dispatched. We'll find out. You say also the beige drone is so good on this map in particular because it's border. You know, the floor is beige everywhere. But we digress. The Twitch pick is what has happened. She's still a very good operator, regardless of the mirror ban, and I'm sure we'll see her be very useful here. Now, already into the round, not a lot has happened. We've got a heavy roam downstairs from OrgLess, and Mav is setting up, looks like, to deny half wall. He's going to do a pretty good job of that, at least forcing the defenders off of half wall for now, but the relocation could easily happen, you know, back into half wall if they stop paying attention. Yeah,
I would say that if it takes if there is 1 minute, 20 seconds left around when you actually enter the building, something has gone wrong because that was the timestamp when they entered the CCTV.
Yeah, FaZe is a little bit slow right now, and KS with a push into front door actually loses that fight. What? He was perfectly aligned to get the kill. Aces will get a C4 from below, though, onto Cameraman, so the Ying has been taken out. Not below, rather, just from in front. Mav does get Veil from below this time, and the follow-up nades onto Sandwich are going to deny a little bit of rotation. But it's all looking pretty bad here for OrgLess, as they don't have a great grasp on the site. Ace is narrowly missing that grenade. Could have lost his life, but luckily he walks away with just a little bit of damage.
It's 20 seconds left, and there is still no, like, push coming in. The FaZe people are all... Oh, Mav takes now Corey with a nice shot to the smokeless, and then Astro combines that with the H headshot, and there comes Astro, cleaning up the last player with the SMG as well. Nice. Easy, nice push. Although, it was like they had 4 people all over the map. There was like no combined push with the like 2 or more players, so it was just everyone was winning their gunfights. Or more like Astro and Corey winning their... Astro winning the gunfights.
Winning on the skill?
Yeah.
Instead of winning on the strat?
Yeah, pretty much.
Yeah, there were also a couple things that really stood out to me. For example, KS, when he was downstairs, he was pushing the front door. He was ADS'd on the Buck. Like, he was ready to take that fight, and it looked like he was going to win it. And then somehow Mav killed him. That just, in my head, we didn't see it, obviously. But when I saw that lineup, I was seeing KS, like, just seconds away from getting a kill, and it didn't pop in. And then, you know, you lead off of that. That's your downstairs control lost, which allows Mav to then rotate over to the sandwich window, start applying pressure using his grenades. Also, he did manage to get a kill, I believe, by half wall, shooting up from below. Some pretty significant plays that Mav was allowed to commit after being left alive from that KS push.
Yeah, the second kill came from the ventilation window where he was laying down there and shooting to the half wall to the upstairs. So
yeah,
nicely played from Mav.
Yeah, and
3-3. 3-3.
Yeah, it is 3-3. We've seen a bit of a back and forth here. I mean, we saw a 7-6 result on the first map. Now, FaZe managed to win it, but just narrowly. And it looks like even if they manage to get a win here and win 2-0, it'll be yet again very narrowly.
Yep. Same side, bomb side from OrgLess, and it looks like it's the same operators from FaZe Clan. So we do have the Dokkaebi again, the Buck again, the Ying again, also the Twitch again, and the Thermite.
So, I mean, I'm leaning on your theory where it's the IGL wanting to be comfortable on an operator and being able to gather information and disperse it without worrying about losing his drones. That's totally, I'm lean on that because I'm still questioning it even in my head. Despite having that one available, I still think Zofia would be more useful.
Yeah. I do like personally, I do like playing Twitch because of the drone. It's so easy to give information to your teammates, especially in Border, Clubhouse, and Oregon. Those are the maps you're really good at. And KS has been taking some fire. He has lost 50% of his HP already.
Both of the shock drones already gone? No, okay. He looks like he still has one more. That counter is deceptive. It's just how many shock drones Twitch has on her person, not how many are still alive. Now, Astro's going to get the default cam in the hallway. Just take him a little bit. And it seems like CCTV is well in hand for FaZe. It is a top floor hold in Armory, but there's still that X factor of the roamers downstairs. Because Vale might have better luck playing against Mav than KS did in the previous round.
Yeah, this time FaZe took the CCTV 45 seconds faster than the last round, so they actually have some time to play. They don't need to rush. So they're going to do pretty much the same play. The Buck is at the window again. They're going to open the Armory wall. Then probably we see Astro to rotate to the open office and do a flank from there, while the Ying and other people push from the Armory.
And that's exactly what seems to be happening right now as FaZe opens up the Armory wall, following a Candela to deny any potential bandit tricking. There was even the Buck from below doing the same thing. There's still Yokai drones in play, though, for OrgLess, so this push could be thwarted when it eventually comes. It's also a 5-on-5 in the final minute. Not exactly the best scenario for a push. Though, with Smokes and Candela still in play, FaZe have the edge.
They are just jetting up for their execute. The Buck is probably going to grapple in the window to the sandwich area. And finally, when they're ready, the Ying is going to Candela, and there, I think the push is coming out. There's the first Candela, second Candela, and push starts.
And the Smoke will be there to try and stop it using his gas canisters. But it looks like a fake, actually, from camera. That is so weird, faking with Candelas of all things. They still have those smoke grenades, I think, to allow for an easier push. Aces will get Mav, and that's the Buck who was playing below, possibly going up for the repel. Vale is still downstairs and could potentially deny a plant as well. And there's still Yokai drones. We only have 15 seconds left. It is a 5 versus 4. FaZe have to go now. They do not have a choice. Smoke grenades go down. Yokai drones trying to stop the plant. Cameraman will get 3 with a Claymore. Ribs will finally shut him down, but the push works despite not having any Candelas. The defuse has gone down. Ribs unable to deny using his Yokai drones for long enough. And it looks like FaZe in the post plant with the man advantage will have a huge leg up in this scenario.
FaZe has stabilized indeed, and there goes Rips for Gohan, 2 kills, 2 headshots in a row. Nice play from FaZe. It looked like indeed that was misplay when they threw the Candelas, and I think it came down because Buck wasn't ready. Buck wasn't rappelled to the window, and they hauled the push back, because you need the Buck to be at the window to deny the guys from the bomb or from the small closet to rotate all the way to kill the players pushing in.
I still can't get over the fact that they faked out using the Candelas of all things.
I think it was just miscommunication, misplay, because the puck wasn't ready.
Might have been, yeah, it might have been that exact trip up that you were referring to earlier. Either way, they managed to make it work out for them, and now 2 successful Armory attacks in a row for FaZe will give them the lead in this match for the first time ever.
And that's a good time to change the bomb site for the defense, and that's what the OrgLess is going to do. It's going to be the workshop ventilation defense. But is it going to help? Because it kind of plays out pretty similarly to the Armory, because you need to play from the top floor again. So
yeah, we
shall see how OrgLess does again. It's going to be most likely 2 people out downstairs, 3 people upstairs, or 4 upstairs, 1 downstairs. There is a danger, a real danger in that one against LATAM teams, because if you only have 1 guy at the site,
they're gonna rush.
They're gonna rush.
They're gonna rush that B site. I don't know if that's gonna happen. I feel like FaZe is one of the more calculated LATAM teams, up there with Liquid, for example. But at the same time, I don't know. It's possible. Maybe. I want to see it happen now that you've brought it up.
It always comes down to what you see on the droning phase. Like, if you see in a droning phase that 4 people are upstairs and there's only 1 people outside, you spawn, 4 people start to run instantly, and you leave a flank holder behind. Check the drone. Is there still anyone there? Oh, there's still 1 guy there. Go, go, go! Just run in, and the rush is ready. That happened in the Fnatic NIP game. They rushed the pink bar in Coastline. So
we'll see if it happens here. As you can see, there are castle barricades, so you're going to need some explosive destruction, or at least like a sledge or something like that, in order to get your way through the front door for a B-side rush. But yeah, it doesn't look like it's going to be the case here, as there are some anchors from OrgLess. FaZe have a very good lineup to go for a potential push into the B site, though. They don't necessarily have to rush it. They aren't rushing it, but they could push that site. If they manage to pinch onto Corey, get him off the board early, then this could be actually a pretty easy take. There is vertical pressure, though, something that they're going to have to keep in mind. Here come the explosives to clear the castle barricades, I believe, so this actually, it's shaping up to be a B take.
It looks like they don't care about the upstairs, so what's going to happen most likely is that they are going to smoke up the door and the window of a B-bomb site, then they're going to plant to the doorway while Ying pushes all the way to the workshop. And you have guys on the window watching above when someone tries to shoot the planter from upstairs.
It's very, very dangerous. It's a bit of a risk because you're playing so close to the, so near to the Razor's Edge, but it can work. And especially considering Corey has been lit up. He's on very low HP now. The big thing is if you're able to deny or kill that smoke, then you really don't have to worry about site denial. You can see OrgLess has actually rotated off of their Echo. That is a huge change. Now,
yeah, Echo is so good on those late pushes to deny the plant, especially when there are smokes, because you can just shoot the Echo through to the smoke.
Looks like it's going to be an actual Armory push here, so FaZe thought better of it. They decided, all right, we're not going to push in through just the B site. Let's take control of the top floor first, and then later push the B-bomb site. This is a pretty standard take. As long as you can isolate half wall and deny control of that, to the defenders, then you can push the B site without worrying. The thing, though, is you have to be active about it. As you can see, OrgLess have 3 people upstairs, so as soon as you stop holding half wall, the defenders are going to retake it.
Yeah, exactly. But this would be a good time to actually switch it to the downstairs push and now leave the upstairs guys to be there, because you put some pressure to them and you can do the push now.
Yeah, and there's still 3 on the top floor, and I'm sure that's been droned out now. FaZe will be aware. The question is, can they act with that upon that information? Flashbang's going out, which will prompt Veil to play on the top of server stack. This is a really powerful position because you can deny a B site push and you can deny the push in through the main wall. Mav will get the first kill of the round. Candela's going into Armory. There's only 30 seconds, so there's a man advantage for FaZe, but they're pressured for time. Gohan will get 2. He has been really fragging out with Twitch today. Cameraman will also get rips, leaving just Veil, the final defender. 1 versus 5, and a perfect round for FaZe as Gohan shuts Veil down.
What a round from Gohan once again. He was the star of FaZe in the last map, and he's doing work again with the Twitch. So I guess we cannot question his Twitch pick, because it's working so well for him.
Never to critique a Gohan Twitch pick again. It has been written. Now, FaZe, match point, series point. If they win any of the next few rounds, then they will win the match. Now, because of this, as you can see, OrgLess will take a tactical pause and try to get themselves just coordinated up a little bit more. I mean, so that last round, I'm looking at it and what I'm seeing is not only did the actual push from FaZe into the B site completely shred the anchors, they didn't really put up much of a fight. Interestingly, there was an underutilization of things like the gas canisters, for example, but also the players on the top floor, they just somehow, I guess they were trying to retake into half wall and establish that vertical control, but there were still players from FaZe maybe holding for that. Whatever the case, they died.
Yeah, there was the Ying who actually pushed into the from the armory wall and just blinded the guys playing from upstairs, so they cannot do anything about the push coming to the ventilation.
And the push was simultaneous from FaZe. They were pushing B site and the top floor at the same time, really well coordinated from them, and the final defender was somebody stuck on server, which is kind of ironic actually, because that's the position that would typically be the first point of contact for both assaults, because you can hold the main armory wall from there, and you can hold the B site, but his whole team died as he was transitioning to that spot. It's not the perfect spot to hold it. You don't have all of the lines of sight, but it's pretty good.
Yeah, but it comes down to the Jaeger ban again. FaZe had a plan for that. They are fighting the fire with fire. They're eating OrgLess, their old medicine, and I can tell it doesn't taste good.
Absolutely. Now, armory lockers for OrgLess. Now, I want to say, here's what I want to say. I want to say, Armory is a site that OrgLess has been really successful on, and the fact that they lost that ventilation isn't too bad, because now they have a site to fall back on. However, they've lost this twice now. They've lost ventilation once. They have yet to win a defense, so no matter where they go, they're looking at a pretty slippery slope. And FaZe, on the other hand, feeling very comfortable with that Jaeger ban, as you touched on.
Yeah. This is usually the site to go for a lot of teams, because you are only fighting pretty much on one floor. You don't need to worry about upstairs, sometimes downstairs, but mostly only the same floor. But recently teams have been going more for the ventilation, because you can waste so much time upstairs, like we saw in the last round, and then fall back to the ventilation and then defend that with 5 or 12 people, so it works really well. However, this is the confirmed pick from the history, so I can see why OrgLess is still going for that, but it's really hard to defend that when there is the Ying and you don't have the Jaeger. Now you have C4 for the Mute. I hope you have the C4 for the Bandit. Ace has already got some kills with it, so I'm pretty sure he has it, but I'm questioning where is Valkyrie or where is Mute? Pulse, because those are usually the two operators you can actually fight the Ying push. You go below and then C4 ups.
Such a powerful thing to do on border, not being done, and we'll see how it works out for OrgLess, as again, especially considering how heavy FaZe has been on those projectiles. So, quick update on the other stream, what's been going on. If you don't want to hear any spoilers, plug your ears for the next couple seconds. Rogue won 2-0 over Team Secret, which I honestly did not anticipate.
Well, I would say Rogue is a force to be recognized. And also, it's kind of like same with FaZe. They have been there for a long time, but they have always failed at LAN. So, if Secret underestimated them even a bit, that's when you snap.
Secret's still a very new team, all things considered, when you compare them.
And their experience is all about EU. They haven't played that much 2NA, and here comes the push with the Ying.
So, Ace is able to get the Bandit battery kill onto camera after downing him next to the armory wall. The Candelas did blind the Bandit, but they were unable to get the kill. Gohan will get Corey though, so immediate refrag onto a very important operator of that smoke. No pushing power from the Ying anymore, but also no push denial from that smoke. And it's about a bit of an even trade. However, OrgLess are the ones with the advantage. They still have the Yokai drones, they still have the Evil Eyes, but Gohan manages to get the man count in his team's favor. Yet again, surprise, surprise, really popping off with that Twitch.
That sandwich position window is so powerful. You get to kill the guys holding the bomb or the smokeless, and here comes the defense, but you cannot plant when there is the Maestro drone. The plant takes 7 seconds, and you kill the player in 6 seconds, even from full HP.
And the Evil Eye combined with the Yokai drone is the perfect formula to deny the plant in this situation. OrgLess are trying to fight their way through it. Gohan, though, is going to get 2 for himself, rips the final defender, and he gets shut down. Gohan gets almost all the kills for total, and GG's come out in the chat.
Again, all about Gohan and Tat Twitch. 3K in the end, really nicely played from Gohan, and a really nice border from FaZe overall. I don't know, like, if you play at Ying and there's no Jaeger, that bomb side is just a death trap.
It absolutely is. 14 kills for Gohan.
But
that is ridiculous.
AZ's on 11 kills, like, both of those guys are